In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 2nd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Washington Wizards versus Philadelphia 76ers. The Washington Wizards and the Philadelphia 76ers meet on Tuesday at Xfinity Mobile Arena for a matchup shaped by recent swings in form and ongoing roster problems. Washington enters after a loss to the Pacers, a win over the Bucks, and a meeting with the Celtics on deck, while Philadelphia comes in after a loss to the Hawks, a win over the Nets, and a date with the Warriors next. Washington has dropped 21 of its past 25 contests. Philadelphia has dropped 8 of its past 13. Washington continues to miss Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson, and Corey Kispert. Philadelphia remains without Trendon Watford and Kelly Oubre Jr. Washington's win over Milwaukee stood out because it came without Sarr, who leads the team in scoring, rebounding, and shot blocking. The effort showed what the group can produce when its rotations hold together and its tempo finds rhythm. The challenge now involves repeating that level of play without rest while facing a Philadelphia team that just endured a draining double overtime defeat. Washington has shown the ability to rise as a heavy underdog. Both of its recent wins in that role came outright. Yet the team has also followed each of its previous 2 wins with lopsided losses, and the back-to-back schedule adds strain. Philadelphia enters as the side expected to control the game, but it remains short on personnel and has not met recent expectations. Washington pushed Philadelphia to an overtime finish earlier this month, which gives this meeting another layer of competitiveness. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Wizards to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Washington scores an average of 112.5 points on 46.2% shooting and allows 127.7 points on 48.1% shooting. The team shoots 37.4% from 3 and 74.4% from the line, allows 37.1% from long range, and collects 43.1 rebounds each night. Philadelphia averages 117.4 points on 46.2% shooting and allows 118.4 points on 47.3% shooting. Philadelphia shoots 37.4% from deep and 80.3% at the stripe, holds opponents to 35.5% from 3, and gathers 44.3 boards. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Toronto Raptors. The Portland Trail Blazers move into a 5-game road stretch after a rough spell of 1 win in 4 outings and 2 straight home losses. Their trip begins on Tuesday in Toronto. They continue to field a thin roster, with Scoot Henderson, Donovan Clingan, Drew Holiday, and Matisse Thybulle all out. The Raptors will be without R.J. Barrett. Injuries have stalled Portland after a steady start, and the absences in the backcourt have cut into their rotation. Denny Avdija has produced at a high level, yet his 25.8 per game mark has not pushed the team toward better results. Toronto returns home after 2 losses that followed a run of 9 wins. Playing at Scotiabank Arena has mattered for them, since they hold a 9-2 record there. Only 3 teams post a stronger home defensive rating. Their home net rating ranks 7th. Their 3-point accuracy in those games sits near the top of the league, behind only Houston and Milwaukee. Portland enters this matchup after a near win against Oklahoma City, where they held firm for most of the contest. Still, they have dropped 7 of 9 and remain short-handed. Toronto, also coming off 2 defeats, was handled by New York in its last game, yet its earlier run showed a roster with strong balance. The absence of Barrett narrows their wing options, but they still lean on a versatile forward group. Portland misses Thybulle, a key defender who is close to a return, and Holiday, another reliable stopper. The Trailblazers need a result to steady a season marked by injuries, and their effort against the Thunder suggests they can compete for long stretches. The Raptors have not covered in 4 of their past 5 games, yet their body of work across the season marks them as a team with depth and control at home. Portland has only 2 wins in 9 tries and a losing road record. Their personnel losses place heavy strain on both ends of the court. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Raptors to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Portland averages 121.2 points on 45% shooting and gives up 122.5 points on 48.7% shooting. They shoot 32.6% from deep and 81.1% at the line. They allow opponents to hit 36.7% from 3 and gather 45.4 rebounds each night. Toronto averages 119.2 points on 49.6% shooting and gives up 112.5 points on 45.9% shooting. They shoot 37% from deep and 77.8% at the line. They allow opponents to hit 32.2% from 3 and collect 42.4 rebounds per game. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus New Orleans Pelicans. The Minnesota Timberwolves visit the Smoothie King Center for a Tuesday matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans. Minnesota arrives with a full roster and steady form. New Orleans prepares without Zion Williamson, Herbert Jones, DeJounte Murray, Jordan Poole, and Trey Murphy III, a group that shapes their rotation and leaves them thin. Minnesota shook off the sting of 2 rough outings against Phoenix and Sacramento with 2 steady wins over Boston and San Antonio. Anthony Edwards has pushed the attack, scoring at least 30 points in 5 straight games, and his consistency has lifted the group. The matchup now shifts to a New Orleans team with only 3 wins in 21 tries, a team that also dropped its 3rd straight game. Minnesota has leaned on hot perimeter shooting in its last 3 games, hitting 17, 21, and 17 threes. If this pace holds, the edge from deep can tilt the flow regardless of what New Orleans tries. New Orleans rested several key players in the recent loss to the Lakers. The defense allowed 130 points or more in 3 of the last 4 outings. They did manage to cover a 14.5 point spread, which offered minor relief to their supporters. They step into this game as 9-point underdogs with another long injury report. Jordan Poole and Herbert Jones are out, and Trey Murphy III carries a questionable tag. Williamson is expected back, but one return does not erase the risk of another lopsided score. Backing a road favorite to win by a wide margin can feel uneasy, yet Minnesota has offered enough evidence in recent play to justify confidence. Their outside shooting has stretched defenses, and they now face a unit that sits in the lower tier of many defensive measures. Minnesota has not reached peak form for long stretches, yet the roster is intact, and the win over San Antonio showed how balanced they can look when both Edwards and Julius Randle drive the action. New Orleans has fallen into a deep rut with 3 wins in 21 games, and the heavy defeat to the Lakers underscores their struggle. The number on the board sits on the higher side, but it matches the gap that has opened between these teams based on current health and production. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Minnesota averages 118.8 points on 48.2% shooting and gives up 114.2 points on 45.6% shooting. They shoot 37.8% from 3 and 75.9% at the line. They allow opponents to shoot 35.9% from deep and pull down 44.2 rebounds per game. New Orleans averages 111.5 points on 44.9% shooting and allows 122.5 points on 50.5% shooting. They shoot 34.4% from 3 and 76.4% at the line. They allow 36.9% shooting from deep and collect 42.4 rebounds per game. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.